For several years, the WADA, with strong support of the anti-doping agencies of the USA, Canada, Great Britain, and a dozen of other Western powers, have been pursuing a real crusade against the International Olympic Committee under the pretext of defending purity of sport from doping. The attack is coordinated by the Institute of National Anti-Doping Organizations located in Canada. Thus, the Americans and allies are trying to delete Europeans from the Olympic management and seeking political dominance of international sport. It wouldn't have happened if the IOC hadn't its own snout and feathers.
This is pathetic.
You're pathetic.
Email letters of the WADA and IOC officials, which have been leaked online early this year, are perhaps the strongest proof of this. The head of the U.S. Olympic Committee, Scott Blackmun, in his letter addressed to the IOC Director General Christophe de Capper, called upon the WADA to get out of the IOC control. It means that the WADA, controlled by the American and Canadian political establishment, wants to become a super predator in the world of sport and be the one to decide who is good or bad. Another evidence that the United States controlled the WADA is the fact that a number of its officials involved into the investigation of the Russian state doping program have links to the US state and secret services, in particular to FBI and US Department of Justice. The WADA hasn't even denied that. The evidences are sufficient.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
The member of the WADA Commission, Richard Young, is among the partners of the Brian Cape LP, which is actively cooperating with the FBI. Another commission top member was awarded by the FBI director. One more commission member is a head of the investigation department of the Five Stones Intelligence, which is a contractor of the Department of Justice under a contract worth $625 billion.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Correspondence of the IOC managers with the US Olympic Committee and WADA, which were leaked by fancy bears, only reinforced the perception. The most interesting issue is that the WADA and IOC officials have become mired in numerous corruption scandals themselves. The IOC member Patrick Hickey from Ireland was accused of illegal sale of tickets for Olympics in Brazil and establishing of criminal association.
One ugly motherfucker.
The WADA president, Sir Craig Reedy, and his family members, who are British subjects, were accused of accepting bribes from sport federations and other sport institutions. However, all these cases have been concealed. The today's struggle between the WADA and IOC for purity of sport reminds a war of two mafia gangs for power and money. This is far from the fair play principles of Olympism, which the West allegedly defends.